Alright, it appears as if I forgot one game in the series before going over to Sonic the Hedgehog CD, and it's gonna be one of the more notable arcade titles of the series, SegaSonic the Hedgehog. Alright, are we gonna do Revision H? Prototype or Revision C? Yeah, we're gonna do Revision C. As you can tell, I'm using OBS for this because, I actually have no better way to record this. I'm using MAME re-recording, Revision 144? Yeah, and unfortunately I can't do task files nor make AVI files with MAME, so I have to use OBS. Ignore this warning screen. This warning screen was simply used when the arcade cabinets were strictly only available in Japan. This game came out in June of 1993? It's actually one of the better titles, if I had to say, but still. This title is probably one of the utmost least discussed. Yes, it isn't talked about as much. SegaSonic the Hedgehog is lowly talked about, more or less because of the fact that it never got ported to any major console. I don't know if they were intending to port it to the Super 32X. I don't know if they were intending... You know I have to let the Sega sound always play. I don't know if... they were intending to port it to the GameCube and PlayStation 2 by means of Sonic Gems Collection. But this is where the game got its fatal flaw. The trackball. The trackball is the reason why this game could never be ported easily to any console. Although, the Japanese Mega Drive does have the Sega trackball, so I don't see why they couldn't have done it. Either way, if you want to know what the story of this game is, you know, Sonic, Mighty... yeah, it's actually where Mighty the Armadillo and Raider Flying Squirrel make their debut. Basically, all three of them, they end up getting captured by Robotnik, and it's now up to them to basically escape. Robotnik then shoots them up with water and sends them to Eggman Island. I think this is actually this is either the first or third game where Robotnik is actually identified as Eggman, because of course in Japan Robotnik is only known as Eggman, so it makes sense. It makes sense and is very, very logical. But as for the gameplay, you're basically just running away from a whole bunch of stuff that is coming from one side of the screen. But if I had to say, this game controls like anus. At least if you're playing this on MAME. And I understand why Sega has had trouble trying to emulate the controls for this, because duck the trackball. Seriously. I can't use the L3 pad or the R3 pad on my DualShock 2 controller to basically move Sonic. This is all pure DualShock 2 directional pad. Oh man. And even with the directional pad optimized, I still can't do certain things. I still can't move Sonic around in the way I want to. I mean, look at that. I'm trying to move back and then he just falls. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty as well. So you're going to see Sonic lose a lot of health. A lot of health and a lot of chances quickly. I don't know how much of a percentage you need to get an actual ring bonus in this, by the way. You're not going to see me get a ring bonus until, like, stage 6, so don't expect anything. Now, this is actually the first game in the entire series that introduces to us an ice level. Yes, that's right. This is the first time where an ice level is present, and also the only game, well, one of the only games to my knowledge, where Sonic can be fully underwater and not drown. I would say this is the second title since the beginning. Yeah, first title since the release of the October 25 of 1991 Master System and Game Gear Sonic the Hedgehog that Sonic can't drown when underwater in certain circumstances. By the way, try not to jump on that. I've actually failed a lot of times just trying to jump on that particular monkey bar set, might as well call it. It's never worked out. Never has it. Whoa! Dang, Sonic. Yeah, again, because the controls are anus in this game, you cannot, for the life of you, control Sonic in the way you would like. I have so much trouble trying to just steer the guy. I mean, whoa. I mean, at least Sonic can move back if he's about to fall into the pit. I mean, like, right there. Jeez. What? I don't like the fact that Sonic cannot land where I want him to land. I don't know what kind of physics this game runs on. I'm totally unsure, but my goodness, this is just downright ridiculous. Now, this game, to my knowledge, I consider this to also be a sequel to, I consider it to be a sequel to the 8-bit Sonic the Hedgehog and a prequel to the 8-bit Sonic 2, more or less because of the fact that this game was finalized in 1992 but wasn't released until 93, but also the fact that Sonic only has his jump. He doesn't have a spin dash. He doesn't have any extra abilities. He can't even do the rolling dash, much to my shock and surprise. The rolling dash is, you know, when you're running and then you hold down the down button. I've always called it the rolling dash to distinguish it from the spin dash. But, yeah, you know, and also, if you decide to play as Ray or Mighty, they don't have any unique abilities. All three characters are virtually the same, just except for their visual aesthetics. That's it. That's it. Wishfully, if anybody decides to port this over to the Super 32X, I hope that they decide to go out of their way to give Sonic, Ray, and Mighty their own unique abilities, like Sonic with the spin dash. I don't know, Mighty probably having, I don't know, maybe like a double jump, and Ray the Flying Squirrel being able to glide like Knuckles. That sounds logical. Sounds logical and very reasonable. I would definitely approve of that massively. But just to clarify on the issue regarding Mighty and Ray, because as you know, they don't really have a lot of appearances, Mighty would not show up again until Chaotix, and this is the only game where Ray is playable. This does not include Ray the Flying Squirrel and Sonic the Hedgehog. That is a totally different title, and I recommend that you do give that ROM hack a good play. It's definitely well worth the time. Now, while Trap Tower is going on, which I think gives us the tutorial music, gives us tutorial music, I'm going to talk about the voice actors, because we actually have some, as you notice, the voice actors are all Japanese. For Sonic the Hedgehog, we have Takeshi Kusao, who I'm rather surprised. You know, I thought that the voice of Sonic sounded familiar. I knew it wasn't the one from Sonic OVA in Japan and also Sonic Adventure International. Sonic Adventure International. The original 1998 Sonic Adventure, my bad. Yeah, but apparently Takeshi Kusao is also notable for being the Japanese version of Trunks. Yes, Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. I knew that voice sounded familiar. Let's see, who else? Let's see, Kai Kisuke from Guilty Gear, Sonata Yukimura from Samurai Warriors, Dororo from Sergeant Frog, Mao from Code Geass, and a whole lot of other characters. Yeah, I'm rather surprised. Rather surprised that they got him. And the game is still notable for his voice, even today. Let's see, Dr. Robotnik is Masaharu Sato. And alongside a lot of things, like, I didn't even expect that he was the Japanese version of Death from the Castlevania series. That was one that I was definitely not expecting. Let's see, he was apparently Porunga in Dragon Ball Z, well, at least some of the video games, but you probably better know him as the Japanese version of Master Roshi. I'm rather surprised. Rather surprised. I would have never thought that. He probably has played his other roles as well, but those are some of his more notable ones. He's also got a lot of other major supporting roles, and you might also recognize him from the Transformers series. Yeah, in the Headmasters, in Super God Master Force, and also in Victory, much to my shock and surprise. I actually have still yet to watch the Japanese spin-offs, by the way. How far are we in? Oh, duck this level. Duck this level. I have had so much horrible times trying to steer Sonic. I mean, look at that! I'm just trying to go onto the platform and I have to wait for the rock to hit him down. Ugh. Going downhill or uphill diagonally as Sonic, especially in this section, is just a pain in the dick Cheney. I mean, watch when I jump there. Sonic's already dead. He already did. No, I don't like that. Not at all. Not at all. Duck. Oh, jeez. Give me a break. Let's see, Yusuke Numata, let's see. Also known as Hiroaki Yamada. Let's see, Yusuke is mighty. According to this. If Yusuke is mighty, you probably might recognize, Yusuke from, I'd say a whole bunch of Dragon Ball spin-off stuff, as well as Final Bout, yeah, GT Final Bout, Budokai Tenkaichi 1 and 2, and apparently even a few, even Rockman.exe, oh, nice, and even Sailor Moon, not bad at all. And lastly, we have Hinako Kanemaru as Mighty the Armadillo. Yes, a woman voices Mighty, which is not abnormal. That's totally fine by me. I'm totally okay with that. Better known for being Yaito Ayano Kuji in the Japanese version of Rockman.exe. And also a whole bunch of Sailor Moon stuff, which still very well worth it. And, she was apparently, what's the name of it? Peepo in Transformers Victory. I still need to watch Victory. Victory is actually a relatively good series. How many seasons did it last? Did it only last one? Not sure. Not sure at all. But yes, now we're in the water level, and, duck. This is why I say get the ducking turtles. You need the turtles for this. Oh, by the way, you can get, you can get stuck under the heads of clams. Clams. Yeah, who would have thought that clams and I don't know, these ridiculous worms, these ridiculous underwater worms would be a threat to Sonic, of all people. Would have never thought that throughout my entire history of playing any Sonic title. But so, what I'm rather shocked about is that, of course, again, there's no drowning timer. There's no drowning timer. You can be underwater for the entire time. Sonic does not drown. Wait, is he drowning? I can't tell now. I can't tell now. His health is constantly flashing red, so I'm very unsure. We'll see. Nope, it's not. No, it's not dropping. So yeah, his health does not drop. He doesn't drown while underwater. Yeah, that's rather interesting. For a character that is used to drowning underwater. That's why I kind of wonder about the canon of SegaSonic the Hedgehog. Because how else could Sonic be... how else could Sonic be able to not drown underwater? And also, duck this segment with the butchered controls. I can't for the life of me control Sonic in this. This is like one of the worst areas to try to get through. I mean, you're seeing I'm just having a rough time. I had to literally fight against a controller using diagonal controls just to get through this. And you have to do this twice. You have to do this twice, and there's no easy way to go up. I mean, look, you see what I'm doing there? I don't know how else to avoid that. This is as brutal as it gets. And wait a minute, what the... You're noticing that the bottom graphic for the waterfall is going up as Sonic's going up, right? Something's wrong about that. That's not how it's supposed to look. Not at all. And apparently when the water drains, now Sonic's in Robotnik's base. There we go. It's a ring bonus. So, the ring bonus, if my memory serves correctly, increases your score by double the percentage you got. So, as you saw there, I think I got 142 points, if my memory serves correctly. I'd have to double check that, but I think that makes sense. Now, I'll be truthful, though, this game is very anticlimactic when it comes to the way that the final levels presented. Because you're noticing here, Sonic's just going through. He's just casually running through. Oh, he did. Sonic's just casually running through, and he's running away from Robotnik machines. He's running away. I mean, he's trying to avoid these spike beds, which actually would return in Sonic Adventure, much to my shock and surprise. Careful of the razors, Sonic. But the reason why I'm saying it's very anticlimactic, he's running up the tower, but by the time we get to Robotnik, you're going to notice you don't actually fight Robotnik. Robotnik gets away before anything even happens. So the only boss fight that we had was actually in stage 5, was it? Yeah, just stage 5. There's no real boss fight in this entire game. And that's a shame. That's a shame. This game could have done far better if it actually, had more of a, if it had more presentation. Well, yeah, if the presentation quality was higher up, if it were more extended. But for what it's worth, this is indeed a good challenge to try if you only have like a few coins. Of course, because I'm playing on free play mode, it makes sense that I would be playing with as many continues as I am using. You need a lot of continues to play this. Also, you might notice, no continue. By the time you get to this room, that's the end of the game. If you didn't enter the game before now you have 20 seconds to get out of there. And this is actually very hard. If you do not get to this, if you do not get out of the tower within time, what ends up happening is you get a "you failed" screen, which gives you a game over. And you don't get the credits. I barely made this. And by doing so, yeah, we get mighty, we get ready to flying squirrel, and the base is about to go down. Of course, these characters are so cool they don't even need to look at the explosion. But yeah, if it hits 0, you just see the game fade to white, and it's assumed that the place blew up with Sonic and the other characters in it. But yeah, that's SegaSonic the Hedgehog. Definitely a title that, oh my goodness, Rate of Flying Squirrel was drawn using Sonic's design. Oh, that's scary. That is very scary. It looks like Sonic just decided to cosplay and just, I don't know, put a whole bunch of just have a whole bunch of odd balloons on him or something. Like a whole bunch of rubber coating like you see for swimmers at the Olympics. And Mighty just looks mad. But still, I do feel horrible that this game has never been ported outside of the arcades. Because, I would love to see this for the Super 32X. I would love to see this for, a home console. If Marble Madness could get Trackball Emulation done right for an analog controller, I think that Sega possibly could for emulation of this game. And, I do hope it becomes a reality in future time. I don't care how long it takes, just so long as it happens. That's what truly matters. Ugh, rank 12. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll be truthful, I might actually have to play this with friends, because I'll be truthful, if you're trying to do this, if you're trying to play this game single player, chances are you're not going to get the ring bonuses or any of the other goodies you can get. I love that Sega sound. It's priceless. It's perfect. But that was just a little way for me to pass the time while trying to enjoy this horrible heat index day. Yeah, here in Massachusetts, we have a horrible heat advisory for the next, today is August 11. Today's August 11. Oh, yesterday was Xiomara's birthday. Happy birthday! And alongside that, what else could I say? So the heat advisory will be from Thursday to Sunday. Every day will range from 92 to 96 degrees. And we do have a major threat of thunderstorms, at least from Friday to Sunday. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of be stuck in the house, unless if I get some kind of invitation to go somewhere this weekend. Or, I don't know, maybe even today. But other than that, I don't think I'll have much to worry about. I don't know what I'm going to get to next. I don't know if I'm going to go to Sonic CD next. I don't know if I'm going to go to Side Pocket 2 Mega Drive next. I still actually have to record the rest of the Saturn version of Side Pocket 2, so I'll figure out what I'm doing with that. I already made a beautiful wallpaper for it, too. So that'll definitely be something to be ready for in future time, I'm sure. But until that time comes, I hope that this commentary will at least be, I don't know, satisfactory at the very least. It's the best I can get on a Thursday morning at 9:26 in the a.m. So either way, I'm going to get back to work on other things. I'm just going to enjoy myself here in the house unless if I get an invitation. And I think that'll be it for today. So, I'm Roya. Have a good day, afternoon, evening, night, late night, prime time. Yeah, you get the whole gist. After dark. We'll be back for whatever comes next. Enjoy.